applying the logical operators to the filters. What do you mean by logical operator? It is combining the two properties. It is combining the two columns. See, మీ ఇంటెన్షన్ చూడండి, మీ ఇంటెన్షన్ తీసుకోండి. If you go to the shop, you are buying one product. So how many properties you'll see if the multiple combination of properties are satisfied on that product, you will buy. Means you are going to the market and you are going to the shop and you can say, I have this kind of product. Means ముందుగానే మీరు ఆ ప్రాపర్టీస్ చెప్పేసేస్తారు. ఏంటంటే 2000 లోపల ఉండాలి, బ్రాండ్ ఇది అయి ఉండాలి. ఇక్కడ ఎన్ని ప్రాపర్టీస్ వచ్చినాయి? 2 ప్రాపర్టీస్ వచ్చినాయి. అంటే ప్రైస్ 2000 కంటే తక్కువ ఉండాలి, కానీ చెప్పిన మీ బ్రాండ్ రావాలి. అంటే మీ బ్రాండ్ రావాలి అంటే ఆ 2 సాటిస్ఫై అయితేనే కదా మీరు ప్రోడక్ట్ తీసుకునేది. ఆ 2 సాటిస్ఫై అయితేనే కదా మీరు ప్రోడక్ట్ తీసుకునేది. అంటే ఏ ఒక్కటి సాటిస్ఫై కాకపోయినా మీరు తీసుకోరు, అవునా? ఏ ఒక్కటి సాటిస్ఫై కాకపోయినా సరే మీరు తీసుకోరు. 2 సాటిస్ఫై అవ్వాలి అంటే ఇన్ బిట్వీన్ యు ఆర్ యూజింగ్ ద అండ్ ఆపరేటర్. మీకు తెలియకుండానే మీరు చేసేస్తున్నారు ఫిల్టర్స్. సో లేదా ఇంట్లో మీకు ఒక మాట చెబుతారు, ఇలాంటివి తీసుకొని రమ్మని. వాళ్ళు చెప్పిన స్పెసిఫికేషన్స్ అన్నీ ఓకే అయితేనేగా మీరు. సో చూడండి, మీరు ఆన్లైన్లో మొబైల్ సెర్చ్ చేస్తున్నారు, ఎన్ని ఫీచర్స్ చెక్ చేస్తారు. ఫ్రంట్ కెమెరా ఎంత ఉంటే తీసుకుంటాం, బ్యాక్ కెమెరా ఎంత, ప్రాసెసర్ ఏంటి, దీనికి పోర్ట్రేట్ మోడ్ ఉందా, కెమెరా పోర్ట్రేట్ మోడ్ ఉందా, సో దీనికి వైఫై కాలింగ్ ఫెసిలిటీ ఉందా. చూడండి ఎన్ని ప్రాపర్టీస్ పెడతారో మీరు. అవన్నీ ట్రూ అయితే అందులో మీకు నచ్చిన బ్రాండ్ ఉంటే యూ కెన్ బై ఇట్. సో అలాగే డేటాబేస్లో కూడా ద సేమ్ మేనర్ ఇన్ ద డేటాబేస్ ఆల్సో you are selecting the multiple condition data. So if you open the phone pay and if you open the transaction history, they can give the filters. On behalf of my customer ID, only recharges. Means only recharges will come. So on behalf of my customer ID, only bill payments you can show the only bill payments. If you apply the filter only bill payments, already customer ID is there, you are the customer. The second filter is what? Actually bill payments. If you apply the filter on the bill payments, so it can show the only bill payments data. So the applying the logical operators to filter, these are very dangerous operators. Okay, so many number of properties we can apply by using these kind of operators. Very dangerous. If you are not apply the where condition properly by using the logical operators, the result may be vary. The result may not come what you expect. See, the logical operators can combine the results of component. Means these kind of single statements we can call it as a component condition. If you keep the logical operator, it is a compound condition. Make my points very carefully. It is a component condition. Component means it's a single. Compound means it is a combination. So component condition to produce the single results. What it trying to say? The logical operators combine the result of the 2 component conditions to produce a single result. The logical operators provided by the Oracle are and or not. And means all the conditions are true, the overall result would be true. If anyone is false out of the multiple conditions, the overall result would be no rows selected, the false data will false data will not come. If any one condition is failed, so no rows selected, no rows found, data will message will come. So coming to the or condition, or means if any one is true, if any one is true, the overall result would be true. If any one is true, the overall result would be true. If both are false, the overall result would be false. What is a null? Now I am saying what is a null. Yesterday or day before yesterday we talked about the null value. What is a null? Undefined value. Undefined value. If it is an undefined value means what actually? Anyone that is participating with the null value, the overall result would be what actually? Null value. Means so coming to the nullity test here. AND operator, it returns the true if both or all conditions are true. It returns a false either of the condition is false, else it returns a unknown. Now you can see the truth table here. You can see the truth table here. The truth table was, you can see, and this is the AND condition. It is true and it is true. Overall result is false and true. What is false? Null and true. What is the result? Null value. Null value. Okay? Null value. I am making my point very clear. Whatever the expression, it is containing a null value. That is participating with the arithmetic operators or and the logical operators or any operator, the overall result would be null value. So very dangerous null value. So on the nulls we have a interview questions also. In the later sessions I will tell you the interview questions. Every class in between at least I can say 1 or 2 interview questions. We have to make a note first. We have to make a note. Those questions may come in the interviews. Okay, right. Now true and false result is false. False and false result is what? False. Null and false both are false. So we can say false. Here the false case you will not get the null value. Remember that. False is participating with a null value. The result is a false. That's it. False means it is a null. Okay. So true and null. What is the result? Null. False and null. What is the result? False. Null and null. What is the result? Null value. Null value. Okay. So finally the AND operator will work on if both conditions are true, the overall result would be true. The overall result would be true. Clear? Now coming to the scenarios. My question. Get the details of all the transactions which are done by the customer ID 1000001 and which are only the success state transactions. What are the inputs here? Success and customer ID. Success and customer ID. Catch my point very carefully. Get the details of all the transactions which are done by customer ID 1000001 and which are only success status. In the yesterday session while we are applying the equality operator, that are transactions which are done by customer ID 1000001 means all the transactions will come or only specific transactions will come. yesterday for that customer. One customer can do, here the functionality you can understand, one customer can do success transactions, failure transactions, and pending transactions also. One customer can do the transaction on a single day or multiple days also. Multiple days. One customer can utilize the one service or many services. So one service provider can provide one service or many services. One service can get one service provider or many service providers. Many service providers. You can bill payments. You can take the electricity bill payment. It can get more than one service provider. One customer can do multiple transactions. In that multiple transactions, multiple statuses will be there. Out of multiple statuses, so we should have only success status transaction. My question is, get the details of all the transactions which are done by customer ID 1000001, which are only success transactions. Here both conditions are true, the overall result would be true. So if I can say select star from RETD transaction details, RETD transaction details, where RETD customer underscore ID equals to 1000001 and RETD status equals to success. Here I am using the success. When I am writing this query, if the condition is true, you will get the data. You can see if the both conditions are true, these are all, you can see this is a 1000100 customer ID, and you can find, so these are all the successes. Both conditions are true or not. Okay, how the evaluation will happen? In the previous query we have written the single statements. Evaluation evaluation will happen the single condition. Evaluation will be happening row by row, right? Multiple conditions are there. How the evaluation will happen? Okay, how the evaluation will happen? So the first condition, what actually? RETD customer ID. First it will execute the first condition. Okay, it will execute the first condition. The next query will be executing like this. Okay, these two columns we have applied the condition, right? The next thing, what is the status data, right? I am keeping these two columns. These are all the transactions which are done by all the customers. You can see which are done by all the customer with a success status. This condition is which are done by customer ID 001 with all the status. You can see in between these two, it is a AND operator. In between these two, it is a AND operator. Okay, in between these two, it is applying the AND operator. Two component queries result is a single produces the single result, right? So the condition, how it will be evaluating, you can see the first condition is this data, only customer ID 1 and all the statuses. You can see the second condition is what actually? Only success transactions with all the customers. You can see. Okay, how the evaluation will happen? You have to be very clear here. You have to be listen carefully. The pointer is in the first record. Pointer means it's a Oracle provided specifying in some pointer here. Pointer is in a first record. The first condition is what actually? The first condition is what? Customer ID 1000001 and operator has implemented. and status equals to success. So customer ID 1000001. Here the what is actually first customer ID is what actually 1000002. It is a success state, but it is a the customer ID is what actually the pointer is in the first record and comparing the same thing in all the records. Okay, the pointer is here. The pointer is the pointer is in the first record and comparing with the first record. It is a true or false. Here the data is customer ID 1000001 is a success status, but the same data is here available here or not? The same data is available here. No, that is not. The customer ID is different here. That record will not come. Pointer is in the here. The pointer is in the, you can see these are all the out of scope, right? Now if you come to wherever the 10000 is found, you can see wherever the 000001 success status is found, those records will come, you can see. So only that is matching with the first select statement, and means both are true, the result would be true. ఇవన్నీ ఎక్కడ కూడా ట్రూ అవ్వవు. ద పాయింటర్ నావిగేషన్ ఈ పాయింటర్ నావిగేషన్ ఓవరాల్ డేటా మీద మొత్తం వచ్చేస్తుంది. ఓకే, సో ద ఫస్ట్ రికార్డ్ ఈజ్ false, it goes to second record also false, it goes to third record, it goes to fourth record, it goes to fifth record, it goes the pointer goes to until the success status found. ఎక్కడ మనకి సక్సెస్ స్టేటస్ ఫౌండ్ అవ్వలేకపోతే no rows returned. Here I am giving the spelling mistake, you can see. Spelling mistake, you can see. So when I'm executing this, you can see no rows record, because there is no success, actual spelling success here. So space is also not working. Okay, so space is one of the character, right? Space is one of the character, and it will not work. It will not work also. I am keeping the correct spelling and I am executing this, you can see. Wait, no, it's not a space. So you can see the no data. See, character is a case sensitive and ఎగ్జాక్ట్ గా ఈక్వాలిటీ ఆపరేటర్ పెట్టే మీనింగ్ ఏంది? ఎగ్జాక్ట్ గా టేబుల్లో ఉన్న డేటా తోటి మీరు ఎంటర్ చేసే డేటా మ్యాచ్ అవ్వాలి. మ్యాచ్ అవ్వకపోతే స్పేస్ ఈజ్ ఏ వన్ ఆఫ్ ది క్యారెక్టర్ that is coming from the keyboard, that is not exactly matching with the status column of the table. So that's what the data is not returning. How to overcome these problems, I'll tell you, don't worry. We have an SQL functions. By using that SQL functions, you can eliminate this. Why? Because it is the data coming from where actually? It is the data inputs that are coming from where actually? Inputs coming from where actually? End customer. So we cannot say how the end customer behave. He can pass exactly the data, or he can manipulate the data and he can send us. Right? There is the manipulation of the data. Extra unnecessary ga manam space add chestam ante data manipulation or not. Manipulations will be happening and they can send the data. So at that time we are unable to find the data. So client is saying, I have passed correct data, but why are you not giving the data? He will ask. In the real time, so many things will be happening. Okay, don't worry. సో క్లయింట్ ఏమంటాడంటే నేను కరెక్ట్గానే ఇచ్చాను, నాకు డేటా రావట్లేదు అని చెప్తున్నాడు. సక్సెస్ అనేది స్పెల్లింగ్ మిస్టేక్ ఉంది అక్కడ ఏమన్నా లేదు, వాడు ఇచ్చిన కరెక్ట్ డేటానే. నాకు వస్తాయి స్పేసెస్, స్పెషల్ క్యారెక్టర్స్ నాకు వస్తాయి అని చెప్తాడు. వస్తాయి, నువ్వు దాన్ని రిమూవ్ చేసి నాకు డేటా చూపించమని అడుగుతాడు. క్లయింట్ ఈజ్ ఎ వెరీ సర్కాస్టిక్ గై. ఓకే, సో హీఈస్ గివింగ్ ద ఫుడ్ అస్ యాక్చువల్లీ. సో హీ కెన్ డూ ఎనీథింగ్. అతను మనకు అన్నం పెడతాడు కాబట్టి అతను ఏమని చేస్తాడు, మన మీద అజమాయిషీ చేస్తాడు, మనల్ని డామినేట్ చేస్తాడు. బాబు టెక్నాలజీ ఒప్పుకోదు, నువ్వు మనం స్పేస్ పెట్టి స్టోర్ చేయలేదు, టేబుల్లో స్పేస్ పెట్టి స్టోర్ చేయలేదు డేటా అని చెప్పి ఒప్పుకోడు. నేను స్పెల్లింగ్ కరెక్ట్గా ఇచ్చా, నాకు డేటా కావాలి. సో వెయిట్ ఫర్ ఫ్యూ మోర్ డేస్, విల్ గివ్ ద ఆన్సర్స్ ఫర్ every client question. Okay, so the AND condition will work on the multiple combinations and produce the single result. So question, understand the question carefully. Get the details of all the transactions which are done by customer ID 1000001 and only success transactions. If the customer has done the success transaction, so data will come, else data will not come. We have to use the client passes the two parameters, two inputs. One is the customer ID and second one is the status. So get the details of all the transactions which are done by customer ID 1000001 which are failure status. Anangale we can apply the second condition as a failure. Now you can see these are all you can see the customer ID 10001. These are all the failure transactions you can see. Simple ga inko question adutaru. What are the customer IDs 1000001 pending transactions? You can see you have to pass as a pending transactions. You can see these are all the pending transactions. You can see passing the clear. For now you have to practice the AND operator, just equal to, not equal to, less than, greater than, less than, equal to, greater than, equal to. ఇవన్నీ ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయండి. ఓకే, tomorrow I'll continue